Welcome back to QC Life, everyone. Now, if you are interested in picking up the strings, what better way to learn from than learning from classical pros? For today's Creative in the Queen City segment, Matt Olin is here introducing us to the very talented musical duo, Mark and Maggie O'Connor. Guys, I'm so happy you're all here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Now, Matt, you and I get to talk every single week, either with myself or with Jorge, about amazing, talented artists from all different mediums that you find in the Queen City. So we're getting a musical spin on it this week. Tell me about it.
Well, I mean, the Queen City is very lucky to have Mark and Maggie O'Connor to call Charlotte home. I mean, these are legendary musicians. Mark, I was listening to the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band in college. Little did I know Mark was one of the stars of those records. I mean, it was incredible. And he grew up at the feet of, stars of American folk and jazz and classical, and all of these influences came together to create his own signature sound. Now he and Maggie tour the world, sharing this incredible music with everyone. And it's really amazing that they can continue to come home here to Charlotte. And they have the string camp coming up. This is what we're going to talk about. They have this beautiful O'Connor Method string camp coming up right here in Charlotte.
Yeah, so I do want to jump right into that because we are going to get to hear more from you, but I want to understand this love for string instruments that you were trying to delve into with younger kids. Now, what is this method specifically that you want them to learn from you that might be different than traditional training?
Right. So I see this great value in American music, and I wanted to make sure that it was applied to the violin. And as a lot of people know that are listening, when you think of violin, you think of Mozart, Bach, Beethoven. But less so American music. And I grew up playing American music on the fiddle and the violin. So I decided to take my credentials, which Matt mentioned some of them, but won multiple Grammys and multiple CMA winning musician. And I decided to author a method concentrating on sharing American music materials with students. And that would include the foundations of American music, including the blues, for instance, the hoedown, the African American spirituals, ragtime, and jazz, and so many other styles, all the way up until rock and roll as well. But it's the classics, but the American style classics.
Yeah, and I think that's absolutely incredible. And Maggie, I got a sneak peek of seeing you all perform earlier. And one thing I noticed about you is not just that you were playing the violin, but you are performing. So when you were adding that into just the skills of a violin, how do you bring that full circle for students to learn how to find their own signature sound and really own that space on stage?
Well, I love to talk to students about creating a story. It's really, we're storytellers. That's what performers do. No matter what you're doing, singing, guitar, anything, dancing, even as artists, that's our job, is to tell a story. And so to find that in the music, I think the message of American music too, just the act of playing this music and learning about the incredible history. I love that, in America, we're the melting pot. And so you have literally every music here. And it's all mixing together, creating these little tributaries into all these different genres. From Cajun music to blues and ragtime, the spirituals, they're all connected in these method books.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a beautiful sound.
And I love the fact that you have distilled so much of your knowledge down and seeing somebody, like you said, those credentials, you got receipts. It's like, here, these are the stages I was on. These are the people that I've played alongside, because I do think I want to hit the nail on the head a little bit. If somebody sees a string instrument, maybe it might not always get that same sex appeal as like an electric guitar, but you are kind of bringing a whole new breath of fresh air to this instrument. Matt, how do you see this continuing a love for music in the next generation for this specific type of instrument?
I mean, what I love about the school is it's for kids and adults, right? Like, it's an opportunity to infuse sort of this new love or this new sense of curiosity into these string instruments. And when they're being taught by people of this caliber, the sort of people that, like Vince Gill says that Mark is the best musician on the planet, right? These are folks that are calling Charlotte home, and they're teaching these classes here in the Queen City. What a great opportunity to sort of rediscover or even newly discover these sorts of instruments.
Yeah, I think that's incredible. I do want to make sure I put this information up on the screen so everyone can add that to their QC calendar. And Mark, just tell me if people want to get involved in this. Like Matt said, it's for adults, it's for children, but how can they make sure that they get to be part of this learning process?
So we hold our string camps here right in Charlotte in the summer, and we're on July 14 through 18 this summer. And there's a lot of local students signing up and people flying from all over the country to come here to study with Maggie and I. And Maggie's a Grammy Award-winning violin and fiddle player too. And so we have a guest faculty that comes, and it's just really a beautiful, emotional week to share music. And you know, the last segment you were talking about solitude and enjoying that. Well, to be able to play our instruments as well as we do, we're in solitude practicing a lot. We're by ourselves figuring out how to get better as an artist. And then we can share that in the public. I mean, that is the other part of, you know, other side of solitude, is the getting to share what we've really worked hard on in isolation on our own. And then we do that together as performers. We play, matter of fact, we have a new album called Life After Life that Maggie and I did. And matter of fact, Jorge was talking about how hard it is to play guitar and sing. Well, we do that on this album too. We play guitar and sing as well as play violin. So our message is that if you train in the American system with these beautiful American materials and get them young enough, the students young enough, then everything's possible.
Everything is possible. I mean, Jorge, I know we're getting a sneak peek in just a little bit, but like you said, everything's possible. So you and I still have a shot.